Good day, everyone. We are the Group 3 and we are here to discuss our presentation about our group's work on the case study, Ethics, Views, and Education, Managing Conflicting Interests. The Group 3 consists of members such as Sanjay Biagtan, Gary De Leon Jr., Mary Rose De La Cruz, Sheila Fernandez, Lucelle Jimenez, Mary Grace Sarmiento, and Mylene Sartorio. So, without further ado, we will begin presenting our presentation.
Hello everyone, I am Mary Rose De La Cruz, and the question that I need to discuss is what I think are the most significant ethical values at stake in Adam's decision. It will be important to identify these values on all sides of this dilemma. So one of the 6 ethical lenses from the framework for ethical decision making is common good lens. So Adam's decision under this lens involves considering the impact on the community's health and whether healthcare resources are used for the common good. He must weigh the potential consequences of his choices, such as allocating resources based on personal biases or non-medical factors. He should also ensure healthcare resources are used based on medical need, fairness, and ethical considerations, resisting the temptation to misuse resources for personal gain. So this lens emphasizes the ethical responsibility of healthcare professionals to act in the best interest of the community they serve. Another 6 ethical lenses is the virtue lens. So in Adam's healthcare decision making involves incorporating virtues like empathy, compassion, integrity, and prudence. So empathy allows Adam to understand the patient's emotional state, compassion shows genuine care, and integrity maintains honesty and ethical principles. So prudence helps Adam make sound judgments, balancing ethical principles and patient needs. So this lens promotes ethical decision making and the development of a compassionate healthcare professional, ensuring that Adam's actions align with the best interests of the patient and the healthcare system. Lastly, the care lens. In Adam's decision, emphasizes the importance of building trust with patients, providing compassionate care, and considering the well-being of the healthcare patient. This involves establishing trust with the patient, emphasizing empathy and respect, and addressing their physical and emotional needs. So compassionate care involves showing kindness and commitment to alleviating the patient's suffering. So the care lens also emphasizes the importance of fostering a positive patient-provider relationship, ensuring the well-being of the healthcare team, and promoting ethical standards in the healthcare team.
Having analyzed the case study scenario, I fully comprehend the obstacle that Adam faced. Upon careful considerations of the matter, I assert that the right lens, respecting the rights of all parties involved, the justice lens, promoting fairness and impartiality, and the utilitarian lens from the Markula Center for Applied Ethics Frameworks for Ethical Decision Making were the most crucial ethical principles that influenced Adam's decision. Adam must consider the right lens as one of the most significant ethical values that must be respected while dealing with all individuals involved in the case study, including the parents, students, and other stakeholders. Adam must follow the institution's policy of randomly assigning teachers for group learning to ensure that every student has an equal chance of benefiting from the program. Moreover, he must respect Judith's parents' cultural norms as well. In arriving at his decisions, Adam must consider the rights of all the relevant parties. Favoring Judith over other students would violate their rights, depriving them of the same opportunities. Thus, it is crucial that Adam makes a fair and unbiased decision while keeping in mind the rights of all involved parties. Moreover, one of the most important ethical values for Adam to consider in this scenario is the justice lens. It is desirable to take steps towards achieving fairness and impartiality in the circumstances. This implies that no one should be given preferential treatment over anybody else, and everyone should be treated equally. Adam has a responsibility to ensure that he does not offer Judith special treatment because doing so would put the overall quality of the group learning program at risk and could lead other parents to lose trust in him. Therefore, Adam needs to take into account the principle of justice whenever he makes a choice so that he can ensure that each student is treated fairly and equally and that there is no bias. Adam must prioritize prioritize maximizing overall happiness and reducing overall harm by employing a utilitarian lens to make a decision that benefits the most people. He must consider how his actions would affect all stakeholders, including Judith's parents, Judith, other pupils, and etc. Although accepting the tickets may seem harmless, it could be perceived as bribery and severely damage Adam's integrity and impartiality. Assigning Hannah to Judith outside of randomization could set a dangerous precedent for other parents to request individual teachers. Weakening the group learning approach, other parents whose children were not assigned their favorite instructors may likewise be unhappy and upset. Therefore, Adam must firmly and unequivocally deny the gift while still appreciating the parents and clarifying that institutional standards prevent him from accepting the tickets.
Good day, everyone. I am Gary Andelion Jr. and I am here to answer the question, what aspect or element of this case study stood out to you the most and why? From my perspective, one prominent aspect that stands out in this case study is the ethical dilemma faced by Adam. He is struggling to reconcile his responsibility to comply with the institution's policy with his commitment to fairness, which entails ensuring that every student has an equitable opportunity to gain benefits from the group learning program. Additionally, he must navigate his obligation to uphold cultural norms to ensure parental satisfaction, particularly in relation to accepting gifts as a sign of respect. The case study highlights the difficulties that leaders encounter when attempting to reconcile conflicting interests and beliefs, underscoring the significance of approaching such circumstances with honesty and transparency. In the end, Adam's decision will have significant effects not only on Judith and her parents, but also on the institution at large, its reputation, and its relationship with other relevant stakeholders or relevant parties.
My name is Rizal Jimenez, and the number 3 question is, how can Adam balance the competing interests of the parents, the institution policies, and the well-being of the student? In my point of view, Adam must prioritize the institution's principle of fairness and his own integrity. Thus, while expressing gratitude, he should firmly decline the gift and inform Judith's family of the institution's policy against accepting gifts to maintain equitable treatment of all students. Furthermore, Adam must empathize with the family's financial struggle and provide alternative solutions to enable Judith to pursue her education. In addition, Adam should advocate for Judith and other students in a group setting by suggesting additional materials and assistance. It's also critical for Adam to educate teachers and parents about the institution's policies and values of fairness in providing equal educational opportunities to all students. By skillfully balancing the parents' concerns, the institution's policies, and the student's best interests, Adam can assert his integrity and build positive relationship with the parents.
I'm Sunshine Blecta, who will answer the question number 4, which is how might the cultural aspect of gift giving influence Adam's decision-making process? What ethical considerations should be taken into account when cultural norms potentially conflict with established policies and principles? The cultural aspect of gift giving can significantly influence Adam's decision-making process in various ways. First one is understanding the significance of gift giving in different cultures, because some cultures place a high value on gift giving and consider it a sign of respect and appreciation. Adam may need to be aware of these cultural norms in order to make appropriate decisions. For example, in some culture, it is considered rude to refuse a gift, while in other, it is acceptable to decline a gift if it's too expensive or not something that you really want. Second one is considering the ethical implications of gift giving. Sometimes gift giving can be used to gain influence or power over another person. Adam should be aware of this potential and make sure that their gift giving is motivated by genuine goodwill and respect rather than by a desire to gain an advantage. Third one is being mindful of the impact of gifts on relationships. Gift giving can also be used to strengthen relationships and show appreciation for someone's friendship or support. Adam should be aware of the potential for gifts to strengthen relationships and make sure that their gift giving is appropriate for the relationship and the occasion. Lastly is being grateful for gifts received. When Adam receives a gift, he should be gracious and express his gratitude. This will show that he appreciates the thought and effort that went into the gift. By understanding and respecting cultural norms, Adam can ensure that gift-giving decisions strengthen relationships and demonstrate respect without constructing any conflict to other people. When cultural norms potentially conflict with established policies and principles, there are important ethical considerations to take into account. First one is cultural sensitivity. Adam should be culturally sensitive and respect the cultural norms and values of the recipient. It is essential to acknowledge and understand these differences. Second one is ethical values. Adam should make sure that his activities are in line with moral standards and the guidelines established by the company or environment in which he works. It is unacceptable to compromise on moral principles like justice, honesty, or integrity. Third one is legal compliance. Any legal ramifications associated with gift giving should be known to Adam. Certain gifts and exchange might occasionally be prohibited by law or morally dubious. Transparency. Being transparent is essential when addressing cultural variations in gift giving. To maintain openness in the process, Adam should speak honestly with the recipient and, if necessary, with pertinent authorities or superiors. Making moral decisions in these kinds of situations calls for a nuanced strategy that preserves moral principles while honoring cultural diversity.
Good morning, everyone. I am Mary Grace Sarmiento. I am here to discuss the question number 5. So, how might Adam's personal background and experience influence his decision in this situation? So, I believe that Adam's decision is most likely influenced by his past experience and upbringing. Having grown up in a low-income background, Adam can empathize with the struggle of parents who try to provide the best education for his child despite limited resources. This empathetic attitude could lead him to be open to the idea of having Hannah in strong duty. However, Adam's experience in puberty has also taught him the value of treating everyone with respect and fairness. He is aware that making an exception for one student could hurt her in the program for others and damage the parents' trust. Therefore, Adams finds himself in a challenging circumstances where he needs to strike a balance between satisfying cultural expectation and fulfilling institutional requirements of equality and impartiality.
I by no way speak territorial. The question number 6 is what role do integrity, honesty, and transparency play in managing conflicting interests in this case? How can Adam uphold those values while addressing the complexities of the situation? Integrity, honesty, and transparency are vital in managing conflicting interests. Integrity, which means adhering to a strong moral code, decisively acting in accordance with ethical principles. It ensures that decisions are made with a commitment to fairness and ethical conduct, allowing for a balanced and unbiased approach. Second is honesty. It promotes open communication and truthful disclosure of information. It helps to foster trust among stakeholders, allowing for a more transparent evaluation of the different perspectives and ethical considerations. And last is transparency. By incorporating these three into the ethical decision-making process using the 6 ethical lenses framework, individuals and organizations can navigate conflicting interests more effectively, ensuring that ethical considerations remain at the forefront of all decision-making processes. Adam can establish clear and consistent channels for feedback and discussion, encouraging an open dialogue that considers diverse perspectives and concerns.